Up, Whitey Nerdigans. This is the one and only Packer Girl 89, and today's Anime Nerdigan Live Reactions video is going to be for Fate Apocrypha Season 1, Episode 1. And I watched the first couple minutes, and I gotta say, I don't like this introduction that we got with the narration. I wish what they would have done is talk about the Holy War in the beginning. That would have been nice, but yeah. And something else that I noticed... but before that, I gotta say, the Battle of the Sabers is fucking awesome. It's done very well. The battle is animated very well. It's definitely consistent to what's in chapter 1 of the manga. But, I'm at the part right now where where Sissy goes going through the school. That is in chapter 2. So we're jumping back and forth between chapters 1 and 2. And something that bothers me a little bit is that, how it's supposed to work. Well, in chapter 1, it was, fucking A. The Yggdrasil Millennium, and his Lancer that was supposed to have the conversation. So, I'm bothered that it's not here. But at least we're getting the conversation with, Rocco and Sissy Go. So, here we go. Just look, see. So this part in, Rocco's and Sissy Go's, conversation was skipped. This was the first part of it, which was, geez, the people here are so rude. That's your own fault. If if only you'd realized how your appearance looks to others. Shishigo, Kari. Motherfucker, why are you saying Sissy-go? It's Shishigo! Ah! Oh, this part was skipped too. You can really find anything in this place, huh? Is that the corpse of an infant Hydra? It's a fake. Now then, have you heard the news? The basics, yeah. So we're not even seeing the Hydra. I don't understand why we're not seeing the infant Hydra, because that's going to be used as a weapon. So I don't understand why that was not mentioned. Something I do like that they're doing with the narration that was skipped in the first chapter, and also what was supposed to really be said by Yggdrasil Millennia and his Lancer, is I like that how Rocco is telling the story and giving all the lore to it, all the lore, even though, and also at the same time, Yggdrasil Millennia is telling a student about the Holy War, and I'm just like thinking, well, if you're gonna do that, then why don't you just have him talk to Lancer? Like, it makes no goddamn sense. But whatever. So what they're doing is going between chapters 1 and 2. And I would accept it if there were more chapters of this manga, but there's only like about 12 chapters so far. 12 or, hold on, let me just double check. I think there's like 13 chapters. There's only 13 chapters here. So I don't understand why you're doing it this way, anime. What you should have been doing is have Yggdrasil talk to fucking Lancer after the fight like you were supposed to, and then next episode have this shit. Fuck, it doesn't make sense. Or fuck, screw that. Just have chapter 2 in there instead. Like, and do chapter 1 next week. I just don't understand it. Sometimes I just don't understand what anime is thinking. Whatever. On the bright side, we got to see what Lancer did to the mages. But the only thing I had a problem with is that, like, there was a part in chapter 1 where he's like, "You're in my domain, motherfucker." I was just like, oh, but that wasn't here. If you would have had, like, how he got there, that would have been nice. But no! Damn it! Oh! But I will say this is still better than Knights of Magic, which was so fucking shit. I hate that anime. I'm sticking to the manga for that. I'm so disappointed. I'm not gonna even talk about it anymore. That fucking anime was just terrible. But there's one little problem with the scene that I was talking about. It wasn't Yggdrasil that was supposed to do that. It was supposed to be declare war. It was Lancer that was supposed to do that. So that's kind of a problem for me. I'm just like, why? Why did you do that? Now this part was skipped right here, which was, I'll say this now just in case, by Shishigo, but if you're asking me to fight servants, I refuse. Don't be so hasty. But this part was here. So, I will say this, considering that they basically skipped chapter 1, unless, or like they're including like parts of chapter 1 and chapter 2 in here, the way they're doing it, actually, for the most part, pretty much works. The only thing that just bothers me is that I don't like that Drossel is telling a fucking student this shit. He's supposed to be telling Lancer this shit. So that's the only problem I have with this anime, mainly, is just that. And like the stuff about the Holy Grail War, you could have done the narration in the very, very beginning, even before the battle. It would have been nice, but that's okay. At least unlike fucking Knights of Magic, we're getting lore here. Like in Knights of Magic, I have to bring it up because I tried doing a live reaction for it this morning, but I was just like, I can't even fucking watch the whole thing. So much lore was goddamn skipped. It was like Kakaguri yesterday. So much lore got skipped, and it was really annoying as fuck. So I don't think you want to see me rage for like 20 minutes. So, a couple of things were skipped here, which was this. What will happen to the greater Grail if our side wins? And that was what Shishigo says. And then Rocco says, naturally, we will take it for safekeeping. Though there's no way to know whether or not the surviving Magi of our side will be able to remain calm and composed when faced with a method to easily reach the root. Here we go. And then this is where we're at. I'm glad that the Holy Relic got mentioned. So this part was kind of skipped, and this kind of bothers me because it's really, really important. First, Shishigo was supposed to say, the Round Table of Britain? You mean King Arthur's? And then Rocco says here, and this is where I kind of am mad that it was skipped, this part, which was, however, since it's a piece of the Round Table, there's no guarantee of which knight will be summoned. But Shishigo says, that's not a problem. No matter which one is summoned, any knight of the Round Table would be more than sufficient as a servant. I really wish that would have been there. But anyway. So this part was skipped, and this is before going into the other mages, which is, yes, the other 6 masters have already been decided and dispatched to Romania. There are these 5 are the ones we sent from the Mages Association. And Shishigo... Hold on, let me see if this part is here about what Shishigo said after looking at the... after the other 5 mages get introduced. Just hold on a second. So, this was skipped from Shishigo. I do like that what they did here was they introduced the other mages in the anime, because they didn't really do that in, at least in chapter 2 of the manga. So this is what was skipped from Shishigo said. Now, these are some familiar faces. I've run into them several times during my jobs. Whether they were enemies or allies varied according to the situation at the time, though. And yes, about the church supervisor, I think this part was skipped. He's both a master and the supervisor? That's correct. Do we really need a supervisor in this Holy Grail War? What are you saying? It would be a problem if we rudely exclude the church and push them to support Igda Millennia instead. We have to reinforce the fact that we are the one and only rightful Mages Association in the mind of others. I don't know this guy. His name is Japanese. Shiro Kotomi, huh? I'm just waiting for this page to turn. But, like, I don't understand why you're not mentioning that either. But whatever. I mean, maybe it will get mentioned later on. Hold on a second. Correction, they do introduce them in the manga, but I kind of like how they did this introduction here. I think it works. Well, it does work for me anyway. So then we jump back to chapter 1, and this is a little bit different, where Igda Millennia is playing chess with Lancer instead, which, you know, at least the conversation's gonna be there. So hold on a second. So he's playing chess with Castor. So I'm like, wait a minute. I don't think this is right, but fuck, whatever. There was a couple of things that were skipped in this conversation. The Holy Grail War itself ended undecided due to the Lesser Grail being lost partway through. However, I learned the Greater Grail's existence by chance and stole it. This part was there when, you know, Igor Millennia was telling the student this. But anyway, I borrowed the organizational power of Nazi Germany, which I was affiliated with at the time. Using the chaos of World War II, I hid the Greater Grail from the Nazis as well, and connected it to the ley lines of this land. This part was there, about Trifus. Let's see. Yay! And then we jump. I know that we're jumping a lot in the chapter, especially chapter 1, but we get to see the homunculus. I'm so happy that we get to see the homunculus. Yes, it's got all FMA up in here. We are seeing homunculi. And there's one homunculi that is fucking adorable, and I want to protect him. He's so fucking cute. I really like this exposition that we're getting with Castor, because it's really interesting. We're learning about his noble phantasm, and they're on their, and I really like seeing the homunculi. I do, and I like seeing the lines, the magical lines. I don't think it's gonna be this episode. I'm maybe thinking next week we'll see the one homunculus that breaks out. Oh my god, he's so goddamn cute. I just want to protect him. I really like the transition we got from the black side to the red side. I thought that was really smooth. So now, I didn't think we were going to see the summoning of Saber, but I guess we are going to see it this episode. I think this is going to be the end of the episode, is summoning Saber. I'm totally stoked. I like that we're seeing the summoning rituals of both sides at the same time. That is fucking cool. The animation of the magical circles is really good, and the chant was perfect. The only thing that bothered me was I would have liked to see the preparation on the black side for the ritual, but otherwise this is really, really nice. I fucking love it. I'm so curious what you guys thought about them doing this, especially you manga readers, because it's frustrating that you have to jump between chapters 1 and 2, but I'm just hoping there's enough episodes for Fate Apocrypha, or manga chapters for Fate Apocrypha. I'm hoping there are. Did you guys see Frankenstein? Yay! Frankenstein looks so cool. Oh my god, I forgot they summoned that many. They summoned 4 at once. Oh my god! I forgot if I can't wait to see Chiron fight. Chiron I think is on the black side. I love Chiron so much because I'm a big mythology buff. So yeah, I can't wait to see like the backstories for. Oh man, if we have an episode like to cover the backstories of each of the characters or each of the servants, oh man, that'd be so cool. That would make me happy. There she is! There's Saber! It's not Arturia, but there's Saber! Yes! I'm so glad we got to see at least Saber in her armor. Yes, it's a woman. I am spoiling it for you guys, because fuck, I'm just hyped. But who it is that he summoned from the round table, Knights of the Round Table, is gonna shock the fuck out of you that this person's a woman. She revealed herself! I'm so happy! It's Mordred! Yes! Mordred is here! Motherfucker, I am so hyped! She looks beautiful. I'm hoping that some of the dialogue that's in chapter 2 because this episode it's like about to end, I'm hoping that we get some of the funny dialogue between Mordred and Shishio. I really, really do. But oh my god, I'm so happy because it'll make sense. Like if we get the dialogue, I think we're gonna get, it'll make sense why Mordred got summoned. Then we get the title of the episode at the end, which is the great hold on a second. I gotta move the camera. The Great Holy Grail War, or Apocrypha, the Great Holy Grail War. And I loved where it ended when Mordred was asking Shishio, "Are you my master?" Oh, I'm so hyped for next week. Oh my god. Like, here's my overall thoughts of this episode. Even though it was jumping around between chapters 1 and 2, I wish they would have covered, maybe they'll do a little bit more of the character expositions that were on the black side of chapter 1 next week. I kind of hope they do. because it's kind of important to me anyway. I do like what we got from the chapter about Red, which was good. This was good. The animation is beautiful. The music is beautiful. The voice actors are perfect for the characters. I'm so goddamn hyped. I'm curious what you nerdigans thought of this episode. Let me know in the comment section below. And remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Nerdigans Inc. if you love what I'm doing and want to contribute to the Nerdigans Inc. expansion. There's a few ways you could do that. You could donate to the Nerdigans Inc. PayPal, Patreon, or purchase something off the Nerdigans Inc. Amazon wishlist. All those links are in the description box below. Also, make sure you follow me on the Twits, aka Twitter. Follow my Twitch channel, friend me on PlayStation Network, all that in the description box below as well. Until next time, Nerdigans, I'll be seeing you later. Bye!